Well, good evening. It's the 25th of April 2025 and this is episode 3 of The Coming Storm. I'm Thomas Abercrombie.
I'm Morrison and Tom.
So we're here in Liverpool today and it's now Friday. We arrived on Wednesday. We've had a nice little jolly. We did a bit of recording earlier, but we're finally actually getting to the meat and potatoes. So we're gonna go through a few different bits of information and things we've noticed around Liverpool. At the moment, we're just trying to digitalize our lives. We're trying to get away from smartphones. I know, of course, we're recording on a digital piece of matter, but we're just trying to get away from having to rely on digital things that don't actually exist. Yesterday, I went on a pilgrimage with Morrison to Walton, to where my nan was born, and I refused to use a smartphone. I had it in my pocket all day, but I turned it off from the outset when we left our accommodation. We made our way down to Queen Square. We talked to a bus driver, asked can we use cash. They said yes, it's better if you've got a more precise change so they don't have to deal with giving out change themselves. I think it's just for safety matters more than anything. But we got to Walton. I talked to the bus driver and I said, look, I'm trying to find my nan's road where she was born. I've got a smartphone on me, but I refuse to use it. I want to communicate with people. A man on the bus heard what I was saying, invited us to his place, gave us an A to Z, and we found where my nan was born and grew up, and yeah, just an amazing thing. So our topic today on our little walk and talk is subliminal social control. What else would we call it?
Yeah, hypnotic suggestion.
So yeah, hypnotic suggestion. You're really versed in this, aren't you, Chief?
I am, Chief. Yeah.
So you've got the piece of paper there.
Yes,
notes.
well, yes. Hopefully we'll be able to put this image back in, but it's in the edit. Yeah, I noticed when we by the signpost, like they always have signposts, don't they? Well, there they had the autopilot order for McDonald's, which is very creepy indeed. As we know, McDonald's go to the Bilderberg Group's meeting and have done for many, many years, which is why I started updating it. But yeah, it's a very creepy advert. And I also took a photo of an oven that works with an app. Now, an oven working with an app is craziness.
Hisense.
Hisense it was called.
Hisense. So cook your food with an
app. Yeah.
With an app. So the app controls your oven. You program it. But what happens if your battery in your phone runs out? What happens
if electric cuts out and stuff?
Or electric cuts out, or something like that. Just a blackout, a digital blackout. Exactly. What are you going to do? Starve to death? Well, you can't cook anything because you're relying on some digital thing to turn on your oven and program it and cook it. The old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So yeah, subliminal social control, another term for it, hypnotic suggestion.
Yep.
So you noticed the McDonald's subliminal suggestions, and it said with a Big Mac there, or Big Mac, the autopilot order. Discuss. Exactly. That's us discussing. Yeah. I mean, what's that saying? That's a hypnotic suggestion without a shadow of a doubt. The autopilot order. Exactly. Don't even think about it, just order on autopilot.
They sometimes say this about certain actors when they like acting and they've done a role for so long, like they used to say about the company in X-Files when he's like, I think season 7, they said it's like he's on autopilot. And it's like he's not really doing it properly.
Scary, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're just going to go through these things. We're just trying to draw attention to this. Next we've got, what was after that? You notice McDonald's. And we're breaking free from digital enslavement.
I've never had a smartphone. I've never had a smartphone, and people that know me can back that up. Yeah. I've never had one.
Good on you.
It took me ages to have a tablet to work that out, and that's annoying enough.
Yeah, man. And what about where we're staying, the hostel in Liverpool? Yeah. There's a bloke, Norm, there. He was telling us that for years he kept this smartphone in his pocket against his chest. Now he's got a heart murmur. He's been collapsing because the doctors even told him this. They said the battery has been operating constantly for years and it's messed his heart rhythm up. It's now given him a heart murmur where he's been just collapsing and falling on his face from these smartphones. So not only is it just dangerous for our freedom, it's dangerous for your physicality as well. There's a shopping centre here just up at Queen Square, just back up from the water here, and it's 30 pence to use the loo, but you can't use cash, you can't use coins, you have to use a digital card. So if we go to a social credit score like they're trying to bring in, using an app and everything like that, then if you say a bad word, for instance, like the online safety bill with Keir Starmer and all this sort of thing, man, for human rights, yeah, all right, Keir, you keep that up, mate.
He wasn't too human rights about Gaza, was he? When he said to cut off all the water and stuff.
Cut the water off, absolutely unreal, this bloke. So you can't do a physical response like having the toilet, something that we do from the age dot, without something digital that doesn't
Without
actually
consent, yeah.
exist. It's scary, man. And I said to the bloke, I said, what? So I can't actually act out a physical response needing the toilet without using a digital card? The bloke goes, I know, mate. But they just carry on. We're building our own prison. If we carry this on, it's just going to get worse and worse. So breaking free from digital enslavement. Yesterday, go to the bus station. You can use cash. Cash is better. Brilliant, no problem. So get on the bus, use a couple of quid, talk to the bus conductor, the bus driver. The bus driver says, hey, keep a lookout for the road where my nan was born. So a man on the bus heard what I was saying, and he said, come to mine, I'll give you an A to Z. We sat down at his for a moment. We found the road where my nan was born in Walton, just under the flyover. So we went there, started talking to a bloke coming out of a pub called the Prince Albert.
Yeah,
Prince
John Lennon's
Albert.
favourite pub, apparently.
It was definitely Prince Albert, wasn't it? John Lennon's favourite pub. I said, excuse me, mate, is the pub open? The guy said, yeah, it's open, mate. And he said, oh, why do you want to know? Are you looking for something? I can't remember the exact words. But anyway, he said, no, I'm just explained to find my nan's where she lived. Do you know much about the area? He goes, I'm 48, I've lived there nearly all my life. Well, I've lived there all my life. I think he said he moved away for a few years and then moved back again. But he showed us around for 45 minutes. If we were stuck on these bloody tippy-tappy things, we wouldn't be communicating with people. We'd be stuck in this digital mentality where we're looking down, we're not looking up, we're not looking forward, back, we're not communicating.
There's been a lot of people doing that. There's been like, about 10 every couple of minutes in Liverpool. There's some people that don't look up, that don't look down, to be fair, and they do look around. There's not so many of them.
So yeah, we're not trying to bring down people with this. We're just trying to bring awareness to it, and also we're not doomed. There is light at the end of the tunnel. When you actually say these things, people actually start nodding and agreeing. And I find Liverpool, people are so welcoming and they want to help you. Yeah. It's like a badge of honour for people to help you here.
Yeah, they're nice people.
So yeah, people are really nice here. So yeah, it's just digitalising. That is the theme, the absolute theme here. Yeah. So breaking free, given an A to Z, using cash, talking to a guy. When we were given the A to Z by this lovely guy George, I said, Morrison, should we stop in a pub? And you said, oh, well, I was thinking of doing that, Chief. And we said, oh, what about here? The name, it was I forget.
Begin with H, Hassif or something.
The Harlech?
Hassif or Harlech, something like that.
H, it was
the top pub anyway, it's the top pub.
Top pub.
It's in Walton, by the way, so if you want to go there.
Yeah, just off County Road.
Yeah, and it's all cash, very good people. Very economical prices in this day and age too.
Oh yeah, it's so cheap. It's a double whiskey, it's like £3.19, I think. That's crazy. That'd be something like £7 down where we live, down in the south of England. So anyway, yeah, flipping. As soon as we stopped, it was almost like there was something guiding us, something spiritual. Said we don't want to use digital things, and as soon as we say let's have a pint in here, let's go and have a drink, it says cash only. Yeah. It was just the synchronicity of that was absolutely incredible. So uncanny. I don't think that it could just have happened. How, unless our subconscious saw that, and that's why we stopped, just both in the same sort of heartbeat. I'm not sure. So we're just going through these little things that we've noticed. Oh
yes, we checked out the Drudge Report too, and there's a radio site that had AI, blooming ADI radio presenters for 6 months. So if you check the Drudge Report, you know, you might have to go back on it, but now this has been recorded. But yeah, just say AI news reporters, and it should come up. And they had them 6 months in Japan.
Oh no, it was in Australia.
In Australia, was it? Well, here we are. That's even worse.
It was in Australia.
And there was also a report about smartphones being bad for you socially.
Yeah, literally. They're putting it together with people doing selfies at where the Pope is
Yes,
out.
well, the Pope's like out of it. That guy, that false prophet guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. He's laying in states, isn't it? Laying in states.
And the funeral's tomorrow. And yeah, Trump is going to be like third tier, sitting near the front apparently.
Yeah, so I'm just getting up Judge Report.
Yeah, so we can show you. So yeah,
looking down, but yeah, just in the headlines. So yeah, they've got the AI thing, but yeah, just looking through it. What else is on our notes?
Communicating with others.
A to Z, cash on the bus, cash in the pub. Oh yeah, also because I needed to use the loo in Walton, I went up to a swimming pool, and I said to the lady, look, I'm trying to get swimming time. She goes, oh, have you got it on your phone? I said, no, I haven't got it on my phone. I said, have you not got a paper copy of a timetable? And she goes, just a minute, I'll just go out the back and have a look for you. The lady comes back about 3 minutes later after I used the loo, because I sort of was buying time and just trying to get her to go and have a look to try and help, which is her job, while I used the loo, because I wasn't sure if they're going, oh sorry, and I was absolutely bursting for a wee. Go in the toilet as well, and there's just bloody tubes on the side as well. People are just openly doing stuff in children's swimming pool areas, but that's another story. But yeah, people saying, oh, have you not got your phone? I said, no, I haven't. And lo and behold, they've actually got paper out the back. I know it's cheaper for businesses, and they're doing it by popular demand as well.
They are.
We are literally building our own prisons. If we don't bloody wake up to this, I don't know where it's going to end. But yeah, we're just having a look at the news now. Don is
study people who believe in Satan and hell more stressed. It's no wonder you'd be more stressed the way the world's going, I tell you. And if you believe in Satan and hell, yeah. I'm with you on that as well. I think he's a bammer, but other people don't.
Yeah.
But the way the world's going, it's no wonder the people are stressed, because they keep on complying.
Yeah.
And it's bad for your health and it's bad for your psyche, and that's why I try not to comply as much as I can.
Yeah, indeed. And here's the headline: smartphones destroying our sense of common decency. So it's taking human emotion and interaction out of it. When we're staring through a lens, it's almost like we're
trying to look through at you to inform you.
That's the Black Mirror, isn't it?
Yes.
We're digitalising ourselves by using digital things. I know we're on this now, so it seems.
But I've never had a smartphone, kids, so that's like, people, that is one thing. I've just never had one, because I knew as soon as smartphones and things came in. So I'm very aware of the market-based system and the idea of that, and as I said, I'll never have one.
Instantly knew what I was about, eh?
Yeah, and it took me about 10 years to have a tablet, and even that stays home when I go places. I've been tempted to take places, but I say, no.
Yeah,
indeed. Even if I get lost.
Yeah.
And yeah, that does happen now and again.
Well, seeking you shall find as well. You've got to get lost before you can find yourself. Have we got anything else on our notes? We're just coming up to 13 minutes down the recording.
Yeah, this could be a Durham recording, this could be, where it's like only like 14 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. But they get some good information out, and they do it in a timely manner. I
mean, today we went on the Beatles tour, which was really good. This lady Jenna, highly recommended, really good.
Really nice lady.
Knew her stuff. And we went round to like Penny Lane and know about the history of that, but the Beatles bit we're going for, and Strawberry Fields. It's called Strawberry Fields, but it was only one field, I believe. Yeah. Strawberry Fields. Yeah. So she said drop the S, but it was the Blue Route City and Beatles live guide tour, and it was a nice bloke called, what was his name?
Jenna and Brian, aren't they?
Jenna and Brian. Brian was the driver. Jenna was the lady, being
a very lovely lady, a very attractive older woman, a very beautiful lady, and she had charisma and charm, and she's a governor at school as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Definitely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And she can sing too. Yeah, very good.
She was singing, doing poetry, amazing. And the guy we bought a ticket off, Matthew, was it?
Matthew's a legend, yeah. Hopefully he'll check out this podcast.
So I don't know if you can see it here, but where we are, just by the Great Western Railway. Behind us, Chief.
All right, Chief.
This is, well, they've got the Tate there, but Merseyside Maritime Museum. The other side, well, all of this bit here, that's the Albert Dock and everything. But if you want to get your ticket to go on the Beatles tour, which is,
still, actually.
Yeah, 90 minutes, yeah, with all the flags flying up there. That's where Matt gave us our ticket. If you've got autism or anything, like the Chief here.
Like the Chief, yes.
They do concessions, so that was brilliant. So shout out to Matt and also Jenna and also Brian as well. Yep. Top Chiefs, gave him a little £5 tip at the end as well. And get a drinky poos, or a refreshment at the end.
We also did that to our bus travel on National Express as well, because we came up on the coach.
Yeah, just just by not using smartphones and things like that, you know, they're great to a point for a text message, or phone call, or for even FaceTime, you know, if your parents or something, or your family on the other side of the planet, which my father is, I do it with him. Not so much FaceTime, but we still talk in real time using the different apps and all that sort of thing. Yeah, they are good. But they are dehumanizing us. There's, without a shadow of a doubt, we're being dehumanized with these bloody digital things. It sort of feeds into the transhumanist agenda.
It does.
So,
the bigger picture, like.
Yeah. So take away physical ownership of things, the physicality of things to people, and put them in our mindsets into a digital world. But it's super scary. I mean, I'm 41 now. You're 43, aren't you?
I'm 43. Yeah.
Don't look a day over 42, Chief.
I look terrible on camera, kids.
Hey, the camera does lie.
It does.
You're a real sweetheart, really, Chief.
Well, I am, Chief, to be fair.
But yeah, just when we grew up, you know, you'd go out and watch live music. You would hug people. You'd give them something. That physical human sense of touch and response and sense
emotions and things
and emotions. Yeah, we've got to digitalize our lives. If we carry on like this, it's just, where's it going to end?
Where's it going to end? Exactly. Are you going to be in your house like you were during lockdown, trapped in a prison? Yeah, that's what you want. You want you like a sardine, basically, but a digital sardine.
Yeah, but the thing is, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. We're building our own bloody prison because we're the ones who, it's convenience. And convenience is a dangerous thing. You know, if we were always happy, that's the plan. To keep people constantly in a state of happiness where they never question anything, they never judge anything, they never feel down with drugs and all this sort of stuff. And it keeps us in a perpetual state of euphoria where we don't realise these bricks in the wall are being built around us and we are being imprisoned with it. Using digital means. I mean, today, what did we come across flipping back up the road there? I can't remember. Just outside the law courts.
Yeah, oh yes, we got photos of that. And we got a video of that.
They've got some hummingbird.
Yes, it's a digital algorithm thing that records stuff.
They literally can trace you by the super minute vibrations of electricity where you're coming from at all times.
And it's right next to the law courts, which is very creepy. And
it's all being put into like an online real-time simulation. Sims, get it? Simulation, Sims.
Well, they'll say that Google has got an actual real-time city inside like Google and stuff.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Like Harsh Realm, Chris Carter's Harsh Realm. I recommend that to you to watch. You know, you went for 6 episodes because he cancelled it. Harsh Realm.
I don't know that, man.
It wasn't created by Chris Carter, but it is created by Chris Carter, but it's based on comics.
Yeah.
And it's so that it goes into this digital realm.
Yeah, check this thing out.
It's very interesting.
Does that look good? Sorry about the strobing on there. I can see it through the camera, but let me just read what it says to you. The National Electric Grid delivers power across the country. This mains power supply makes constant humming sounds, yet there are tiny changes to the frequency of the sound every second. Most recordings made in the UK have a trace of mains hum on them, and this can be forensically analysed to determine the time and date they were made. And as a result, whether anyone has edited the recording. For over 10 years, the UK government has used this technique as a surveillance tool. They're literally openly telling you outside the law court. This is the hummingbird clock, a public timepiece that aims at making the technique available to everyone so you can find everybody in real time, anytime you want. And also with digital things, if we get rid of physical cash, then they'll be able to turn us off and enslave us using one of these means, the hummingbird clock. If you need to know the exact time an audio or video recorded event took place in the UK after the 7th of July 2016, please visit www.hummingbirdclock.info.
And that was out in the open in public.
And
next to the law courts, just the cheek of it. Like.
Unreal. And at the bottom, the hummingbird clock, a project by Lawrence Abu Hamdan, 2016. Commissioned by Liverpool Biennial, 2016. Supported by Liverpool Commercial District, BID. If that's not scary, guys, what's gonna wake you up when they can literally listen to you and find you through the minute vibrations? That's scary, man.
And who'd have thought we'd have seen that here when we're coming on just a nice jaunt?
People, unless it's in front of them, they're not reading anymore.
I know.
I think that's the most, apart from the hypnotic suggestion and everything, that's got to be the most craziest.
That's the most Orwellian thing.
In your face.
Brave New World.
Brave New World. And right just up from the Cavern Club, where that is Matthew Street. Just go out, just past the Cavern Club, walk up there, and you go left, is it?
Yep.
Walk a little bit to the left and you'll see the law courts, and you'll see the white bloody like viewing binoculars.
Yeah, really weird looking stuff actually.
Weird, mate. Weird. So let's just get back to human interactions. So we've taken the crazy digital control grid sort of things, the digital gulag, the digital prison that's being created around us. But how the easiest way to stop this is just by physical interaction.
Yep. Not complying.
So digital things, they have their place.
Yeah.
But physical things. Can you imagine if you've got this hummingbird, you've got AI, you've got drones, and you've got cameras programmed to kill.
Exactly, and the AI now, because that projects that they have.
So can you imagine a cluster of drones, of smart drones going out, millions of them, going out to different areas,
just like Terminator,
programmed.
We'd be toast.
It's literally with these surveillance devices in our.
We'd be toast.
Wow,
the ones they really don't like will be toast.
Wow. So if we don't go into what
want,
well, what did the guy from Google say? He wants to make an AI god.
Yes, he did.
An AI.
Eric Schmidt. He's a creep. He wrote a book of Henry Kissinger, The War Criminal too. So yeah, I do need
with
to read
him,
that. Yeah.
With Henry Kissinger. Yeah. Well, there's some homework for you kids.
Yeah.
Hey, we're kids. Hey,
we're
kids.
Yeah. I always call people kids. Don't worry about it.
Hey, kid.
I even call my mother kid too. So,
it's not detracting a kid, but you know. So.
These kids are the greatest, and if I could find someone to spruce, well, I'd have some, wouldn't I?
Indeed.
And Tommy O'Pell would have some too, and we'd be great parents. So there we are.
Yeah, well, definitely. But let's just get back to physical interactions.
Exactly, but you can't even communicate with the spruces that you see because they're all on their phones.
There are some great ones.
There's some nice spruces too, very lovely.
But you know, like talking about this hummingbird clock thingamabob, everything's a vibration when you come down to thermodynamics and everything, physics. So birds of a feather flock together, you will get those vibrations. Good vibes, I'm vibing with that person. These are electrical stimulations, sound waves, all types of vibrations in the universe, and we come together as one when need be. But one other thing I'd like to say is, these people who are doing this, why are they building a prison for their children's children? It makes no logical sense to me why they're doing this. Are they possessed or something? Without going into it, are they possessed? There's something deeper.
There's something definitely deeper. It does make you wonder, really.
There's more than we can see with our own eyes.
There's definitely.
Well, like when you see a cat and a dog in a room looking at things, and you can't see that, but you know there's something there. So let's just get back to physical interactions,
physical communications,
de-digitalizing our lives, and just like stop looking down
and start looking up.
Start looking up. Look at what's around you, what's above you. I mean, the world is beautiful. People want to go into space, like the Musks and the Bezos and everything. What's wrong with the world we live in? I don't get it. I mean, we've got one world, let's look after it. You know, I'm all for stopping pollution and all that sort of thing, but let's just look after the world we've got. It's so beautiful. There's no way that in one lifetime we could see everything.
No.
And we are endless beings, as you know, Bill Hicks said, and that sort of thing. But without going even more off into a tangent on different things, let's just get back to physicality, human interaction, and enjoying what's around us. So
And enjoying hanging out with each other like chiefs.
Chief saying,
Like Tom and I've been chiefing it.
Chief.
We're going to the Coronation Street set tomorrow to see about construction of sets and reality, I tell you.
Indeed, mate. So we're in Liverpool at the moment, aren't we? When my nan was born and all
We're probably
that.
going to go down the tunnels too, because we found a thing for that, and that's only 12 quid, as long as we can schedule it.
Yeah, indeed. So you've got Albert Docks over there, just in front of us as well. You've got the bell tower there. So just behind, you can go. You can buy tickets, £12, and you can go down into the tunnels of Liverpool underground. So saying about looking up, also you can go underground. But stop looking at your smartphones and just start looking around, enjoying what's in front of you. The aesthetics, just the beauty of history, where we've come from, where we are right now, and where we're going to go if we can work together and all put our differences aside, communicate between us, have free speech, because if we can't communicate with free speech, we can't work out our problems. We close down dialogue and we just go deeper and deeper and deeper. It's not a good thing. Let's get back to just human interaction, being good to one another, being charitable, as old Gregory Mannarino says.
Gregory
as
Mannarino
well.
is a good chiefy, isn't it?
Yeah, lions and all that. You know, it's no longer time to wake up the sheep, but it's time to wake up the other lions, and there are lions everywhere. That's why one of the emblems of Britain and England and the United Kingdom is the lion. Lions, unicorns, whatever.
Aslan is on the move.
So we're 26 minutes just over.
I think that's quite a good one, Chief. I think that's quite, yeah.
Yeah, you know, this is episode 3. Bear with us. We're
just working it out, gang.
We're learning our trade. We're building our charisma up and just getting at ease with doing these things as well.
Yeah, because I look terrible on camera compared to this blooming supermodel.
Oh well,
so, yeah.
Beauty's in the eye of the
I got
beholder,
laughed at when I was doing it earlier, so there we are.
Regardless, that beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Oh, Chief, I know, well, that's true, but...
So we'll sign out now, shall we?
Yeah, I think it's a good one to sign out.
So, 25th of April.
25th of April, 2025.
Coming to you from Albert Dock. Just behind us there, if you can see, Albert Dock.
I'll stand out the way so you can
100 years ago, this must have been so...
Oh, I bet this was cheap. I bet you could really chat chicks up then too.
This would have been a den of iniquity, and just every corner of the world coming together. Silks, the finest tobaccos, other less distinguishable things that hopefully we can take as a lesson from history. The trade that wasn't good for some people. But, you know, other people still see the goodness in that in the longer term.
There are worse things.
But just look at the beauty of where we are.
Absolutely. Do a shot of it, pal. Do a shot of it. Do a couple of shots.
Albert Dock. We'll do a 360 of just where we are, just signing off. Just
look at the beauty of this, Chief. Look what man could create.
I mean, yeah.
And woman. And anyone, really. And
so,
make it
what did Jenna on the mystery tour say earlier? The first ship that sailed from here was 1830 or 1811.
It's very early. No, it's about 18.
It's like either 1811 or 1830.
It was 1811.
Two dates quickly together, but I forget myself.
1811 it was.
I will look it up.
And then it was like 1819 when it 1830 when she talked about it a bit.
Imagine that, gambling down there, people fighting, drunks out their mind, prostitutes, people smoking, selling opium. The old other stuff seems a bit boring these days.
Yeah, though we could smell some. Yeah, we'll smell a bit.
Smell lots of it. But anyway, no more tangents. We'll just do a 360, just show off this place. Over there, they've got a memorial 2015 for the working horses of London. Some of the best working horses working horses of London. Working horses of Liverpool. You've got a propeller from the Lusitania there. People just looking down at their phones. Stop looking down at your phones. History there, Lusitania, working horses of Liverpool, Museum of Liverpool there, in that pretty ugly building. Yeah, you've got the beautiful clock tower up there, the dome as well. We need to find out how to get in there. You've got GWR, Chief, Great Western Railway. So that'd be Isambard, Brunel. Well, he would have probably started those bits, and then it would taken over to be GWR. Yeah. Liverpool pilot, he would be seriously pissed about that museum. Isambard, man, but your legacy lives on, dude. 40 cigars a day, crazy. Isambard Burnell smoked up to 40 cigars, not cigarettes, cigars a day. Incredible, but I'm going to close my mouth. I'm just going to do one more 360. Yep, Chief. Well, there we are. Be good to each other, everybody. 30 minutes just over. Chiefing it.
Sheeping it.
Signing out. Hasta la vista, baby.